It's been a year since I did my last room makeover video, and I feel like it's time to do it again because I always love to refresh my space, and now I feel like it's a good time to do that today. So I have my cats ready to help me and a vision in my brain, so let's do it. So here are a few photos of what my room looks like now. And to stay true to my last video, I am not going to be spending any money on this room. Instead, I am going to change this room by using some imagination and tape. Lots of tape. You'll see what I mean. We are going to start with painting the desk, and believe it or not, this one actually used to be all black. But then I changed it to white because that was more of my aesthetic, and as you can see, I did not do a really good job the first time, so we are gonna go ahead and just fix up all those little areas and the problems that I clearly did not do such a good job at. Anyways. I also wanted to go over the legs one more time because you could still see the black through the white paint, so I figured I would do one more coat just to make sure that, you don't see anything. Another area that I wanted to make sure that I painted over was these art spots. And this is just from all the artworks that I made. I just kind of made a mess. So yes, we're gonna paint over it as if it never happened and just give it a nice and fresh, clean slate. Once I finished with painting the desk, I let it dry and continued to work on the backdrop for my videos. The idea is that this area is going to be my filming area, so I just wanted something that will always be permanent, that I don't always have to move around, and just make it look nice. So now I have this cute area and I wanted to test it out, and I even got my hubby to test it out as well.
What are we gonna do today? Okay.
Moving on, it looks like we have some workers to help us with this next part, which I am going to be making my very own DIY furniture. Yes, you heard me right. And it looks like the cats left a little fluff ball for me, thank you. So using 3 cardboard boxes, I went ahead and taped them all together, and I wanted to create just like a little area for where I can put my printer and my Cricut machine, so it's not like on the floor, and at least it's like elevated and just looks a little bit better and not just on the ground. For now, this is the only solution I can come up with until I go and actually get a real table or something. But anyways, this worked out great for me and what I needed at the time, so don't judge, okay? I wanted to test out if the cardboard boxes would hold weight, and I used my cat and it worked perfectly, so we are good to go. Luckily, I saved these adhesive shelf liners, which I got from the dollar store. I'm so happy I didn't get rid of them because I knew I would end up needing them. So to make this look a little bit better, I glued some white cardboard paper on the sides. I then took the shelf liner and sticked it onto the cardboard, and I wanted the top to be a little bit more sturdier, so instead of just using normal paper, I used like this thick glossy cardstock and I stuck it onto the top. Also, I'm very sorry about the lighting. It was getting really dark so fast, so hopefully you can see what I was doing. After all that, here is what it looks like, and am I gonna keep this forever? Probably not, but it does get the job done and I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, it's time for the grand tour! I'm seriously in love with how it all came together, and I know I didn't show every single step, like moving the furniture, but I got a little too into it and forgot to film some parts, so I'm very sorry about that, but hopefully you can still enjoy what the room looks like. So I kept my desk in the same area, but all I did was just flip it around so it's facing the window, and I really wanted to just be able to see out the window when I'm editing, and this is basically like my editing area, that's what I call it, so here it is. The shelving is relatively the same, it just has things that I like and what I'm interested in, which is art and anime and music. And on the bottom of my desk, it's also some things that I made, such as like my calendar and also my art print. So yes, that's what I have on my desk. I also can't forget about the creepy side, which is all things creepy, which I love. To the right of my editing area, I also kept it relatively the same, which is my easel, my plushies, and also my cat. Hi, Yumi! On the wall, I have some postcards that I saved. One is from a YouTuber, 2 of them are from Korea that my best friend gave me, and also just a business card from my Etsy store. I do plan on adding more to this wall, especially postcards because I really like them. Anyways, let's move on to the main thing, which is why I wanted to even do this makeover in the first place, which is the filming area. I just can't get over it. I love looking at it. It just looks so cool. And I know I kind of like messed up on the LEDs a little bit. Don't look at that area. Okay, thank you, thank you. However, everything else I feel like is just so nice, and I have a lot of space to move the tripod, which is going to be so nice for filming. As for this side of the wall, it is pretty bare, and I'm hoping to make more artwork and just, slap it on there, so that's going to be a project that's going to be ongoing. We then have the backdrop and also the cabinets, which hold a lot of my art supplies and just like a lot of random things that I need, especially for my Etsy store. That's where you'll find like a lot of my sticker paper. There's also just a lot of cutting supplies, so yeah, just random things. I also had these keychains, so I added them onto the cabinets, and I think it looks so cute. I think Yumi approves as well. Moving on, I also wanted to have some sort of lighting to the backdrop, so I had these LED trees, which I absolutely love because I'm kind of not a fan of like harsh lights. I like having, small light sources in my room because, I don't know, I hate harsh lights. Moving on to the filming desk, here is my art cart, which holds a lot of my paint supplies and then just a lot of random little things on the desk. So it's just stuff that I might need and also just things that look cute. But one of the main reasons why I wanted to keep this desk in the middle of the room is because of the natural lighting. I mean, you just can't beat that. It just looks so good. I feel like lighting is one of those things that I always suffer with in my videos, and I hopefully can improve it with having the desk in the middle of the room, so I guess we'll see. This side of the wall really has nothing, so I have to improve it, and we'll do that little by little. We then can move on to this, which you've already seen, which is like my printer / Cricut area, and we just made that furniture piece as well. Wow, we're so crafty, look at us. But yeah, I feel like my room just makes so much more sense now, at least for me. It definitely makes my life easier because I have a specific spot just for filming, which I'm super excited about. I also have a place to keep my art supplies without having to clean up every time I film. And not to mention, I feel like the furniture layout just makes better sense to me, and I'm hoping the lighting will be better in the videos as well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye! Yumi, you're such a stalker.